right, guys. So you guys want to know what my top 5 reasons for moving to Atlanta, Georgia, right? I could have moved anywhere in the 50 states. Actually, I could have moved anywhere in the world, actually. And I chose Atlanta, Georgia. And you want to know why? Reason number one, guys, the weather. It is friggin' gorgeous out here, okay? It's absolutely beautiful. The weather, guys, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. We have springtime. First of all, you get all 4 seasons, which is great for me, right? Because I'm originally from the Caribbean and we had pretty much one season all year, hot, hot, and hotter, excuse me. Okay. So to live in Georgia where I get to see the leaves change in the fall, I get to see everything bloom in the spring. I get just a little bit of winter because I don't want much winter, just a mild winter. And that's what we have here in Georgia. You get a mild winter, you'll get some snow, but when it snows, the city shuts down. And that's what I'm all about, okay? I need it to be a state of emergency if there's snow, okay? Seriously. That's really what I need. I need it to be a state of emergency. If there's any type of snow or inclemental weather, we don't get hurricanes, right? By the time it reaches up in North Georgia, it's fizzled out. It's a tornado. And if you choose North Georgia, we have so many mountains and so many hills, right? Because Atlanta's a capital. And you know what they pick when they pick a capital? Capitals are strategically located, right? I mean, I love the weather here. It's absolutely beautiful. We get mild winters. Our springs are gorgeous. Summertime is not too hot, not like Florida hot, but it's still hot, okay? It's still humid. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's humid here. You're still gonna sweat. Not Florida sweat where you sweat in like 5 seconds as soon as you leave the house, but you might be sweating in about 3 minutes here in Georgia, okay? But the beauty is it doesn't last long. We get like maybe a month, July, August. It's the hottest here, but that's not too bad. So love the weather here. That's my number one reason for moving to Georgia. We thought about California, and I was there in '89 with the earthquake. No, thank you. I don't want any earthquakes. And hurricanes in Florida. Been through many, many hurricanes in Florida as well as in the Caribbean, and it's just not my thing. Not a big hurricane person, so had to say no to that. And so that's how we chose Georgia. That's why we picked Georgia. Reason number one is affordability, right? Here in Georgia, you can still get in at a relatively low cost of living. Okay. I mean, groceries is sky high no matter where you're at right now, right? But overall, you can still get in a new construction home for like $350 to $400,000, and that's really not bad. It might be a townhouse, but you can get single family homes in certain areas for that low price point. Which comparatively, as we look, California, New York, big metro areas, you're not getting anything in that price point, right? So it's actually still quite affordable here in Georgia for you to obtain a house as a starter home. Another thing for me was when I first purchased my last house in 2020, because of the Atlanta market and how great it is here, we purchased at 285, and that house is worth well over $400,000. So where are you getting that type of growth? You're not getting that anywhere. So the thing with that, right? Let's think about it. So the equity gain. So bought a house for 285, valued at well over 400. Comparatively, I purchased a house in Kentucky, which love Kentucky, was stationed there at Fort Knox. So that's how we ended up in Kentucky. And that house we purchased at 185, and it only went up to 255 in equity when we sold it. So that just shows you the market, what's going on, right? Because Atlanta has 3 professional teams. We've got an NFL team, that's the Falcons. Then we've got an NBA team, that's the Hawks. And then we have a professional soccer team as well. So, oh, wait, and we have the Braves. So we have 4 professional teams here, as well as all these big industries. We've got the Hollywood's moving to Georgia. We've got UPS, Porsche. So there's all these big industries that's relocated here and have a home base here. And that's what's helping driving that market and helping driving the value of these homes up. So the beauty is you can still get in right now at that lower price point, establish equity in your new house, right? because Atlanta is slated to have over 6 million people relocating here over the course of the next 10 years. We've got the World Cup coming. We have so much stuff coming. So this is a great time to buy before those prices skyrocket. So reason number three, my third reason for choosing Atlanta, Georgia, out of all of the wonderful places to live, is going to be the family, right? So we have extended family within 2 hours from here. And so that was another factor for us. I know a lot of you guys probably have family around Atlanta, um, because the international airport is right here. So that's really great. We've got an international airport, so you can hop on a plane and get to wherever you need to get to. Um, so it doesn't get much better than that, right? Love the international airport, love the proximity to the family. And I think a lot of you guys are in that position where either you're like myself, where you're the mom and you have kids, and then you've got grandparents wanting to come closer to be able to be apart. Like my mom moved here after we moved. So there's a bunch of us like that, right? You just want to get closer to your family. And that was my number three reason for moving to Georgia, the accessibility of the family and that international airport. So if I want to hop on a plane and get down to the Virgin Islands, I can do that. So that's another reason why I love Atlanta. So number four reason for moving to Atlanta, Georgia is going to be cultural diversity. I love that we have every single culture that you can think of here. If you want something to eat, you want some Indian food, you want some Asian food, like you can just pretty much put in the side of town that you want to go to, and you can find something that you want to eat. I mean, and I love that. Not just what you want to eat, grocery stores, um, I love that, right? Because I spent some time living in overseas. I lived in Japan for some years. And so I love cultural diversity. I want to have everything. I want Caribbean restaurants. I want Vietnamese restaurants if I'm going to go get me some pho. Like, I want it all. Okay. And that's what I love about Atlanta. Okay. If I'm going to go get some shawarma, you know what I'm saying? Get some pitas, get some hummus. I'm all for that. Right. We're international here in Atlanta, and I love that. So you can get a little piece of everything everywhere. And that is one of the most beautiful things about living in a city like this. For someone like me who I love people, I love different types of people. I don't want to just see one thing. In Atlanta, you're not going to see one thing, you're going to see everything. And that's my number four reason for moving to Atlanta, Georgia. So, guys, my number five reason for moving to Georgia is things to do. This goes right in line with number four, with being culturally diverse. There is so much to do here. It makes no sense. Like, you literally have to figure out, like, look at your schedule, figure out when you want to go out somewhere, and then you can find something to do. There's so much to do. There's something to do every single day, multiple things. You just have to figure out what side of town and what activity. So there's things to do with kids that you can do for free, like how I'm at today. I'm at this lovely park, and I love this park here in Smyrna. That's one of the reasons that I love Smyrna, and love Georgia in general. There's so many green spaces. So this is one of the green spaces that we're at today while we're filming this lovely park here in downtown Smyrna. There's so many different things to do in Atlanta, and we absolutely love it. You can pick from so many selection of activities, and I absolutely love it. Okay. Um, Especially if you're someone like me where you're not always trying to find something that's a paid activity to do with your kids, right? We have little kids, things that like they can just go hang out at a park, they can hang out at a green space, and it's not going to cost you any money, right? The library has several things here. I'm a library connoisseur, because there's always activities, especially for little kids at the library. So that's one of my favorite places to visit, no matter what city I'm in. So, guys, I mean, I can just keep going on and on about all of the things to do. So that's the thing about it, guys. We went through the five top reasons of why you should move to Atlanta. If you're considering, if you're on like that sweet pot trying to figure it out of should you move, should you not move, where should you move to, Atlanta's it. We have over 6 million people expected to move here over the next 10 years. So be one of the people that are moving now, right? Before our city gets so crazy expensive that you can't get in for $400,000. I've got a relocation guide to help you step by step, Okay, that's one of my downloads. So go ahead and download the relocation guide. It's going to let you know about in the perimeter, outside the perimeter, everything that you need to know before you move to Atlanta. Because when you get here, you don't want to be figuring these things out. You want to already know. You don't want to make the wrong turn and then you're like chilling in somebody's hood and not in a good way. Okay. So these are things that you have to consider when you move into a new area. And that's why you need someone like me, a realtor, to help guide you. We can help you find that rental because realistically, when you move down here, you're going to want to rent first because you don't know the area. So that first year, you're going to want to rent. You want to see if this is an area that you like. So I can help you with that. We can help you find that rental and then ultimately purchase that property, right? Because this is a long term play. If you're going to move here and you're going to be here for 3 to 4 years, you need to invest. This is a great time to invest. So go ahead and download my relocation guide. It's got everything that you need to know so you don't make the wrong moves before you make the move. Okay. My name is Ayobami Kedar. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I help people like you every single day relocate to Atlanta, Georgia. So I know I can help you just like we're helping all of these other people relocate and make the choice. Help you figure out what neighborhood you want to move to, what's important to you. I'm here for you guys. Okay. So go ahead and click the link, download the relocation guide, go ahead and get on my schedule so we can talk about this and figure out where you're moving, what's your timeline, what you need to get done, make that checklist for you so we can get you started. Okay. It's Ayobami Kedar. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Download that guide right now.